Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about temporal bone, and here at the side you can see the diagrammatic representation of lateral surface and medial surface of temporal bone for the reference. So let's start our topic with introduction. Temporal bone are pair bones situated at sides and base of skull near the ears. Each bone houses essential structure for auditory and vestibular function and articulate with the mandible to form the jaw joint. Talking about anatomical division, each temporal bone is divided into 5 parts, each with distinct structure and function. First is squamous part, as you can see here in the diagram. Second is mastoid part. Third is petrous part. Fourth is tympanic part. And fifth is styloid part. Now let's talk about these parts one by one. First is squamous part of temporal bone. It is flat and thin. This portion forms a part of side of skull. It contributes to the temporomandibular joint by forming the mandibular fossa where the mandible articulates. It serves as an attachment site for temporalis muscle that is involved in chewing. Next anatomical part of temporal bone is mastoid part or mastoid process. It is located posteriorly. It contains the mastoid process, that is a bony projection palpable behind the ear. As you can see here in the diagram, the mastoid part or mastoid process of temporal bone. It houses a mastoid ear cells which connect to the middle ear and help equalize pressure. It provides attachment point for several neck muscles, including the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Next anatomical part of temporal bone is petrous part, as you can see here in the temporal bone diagram. It is pyramid shaped and is very dense. It lies at the base of skull. It encases the structure of inner ear, including the cochlea, that is for hearing, and semicircular canal, that is for balance. It contains important foramina such as internal acoustic meatus, through which cranial nerves number 7 and 8 pass. Next anatomical division is tympanic part, that surrounds the external acoustic meatus, that is also called as ear canal. It contributes to the formation of external ear opening. It forms part of the wall of external auditory canal. Next anatomical division is styloid process, as you can see here in the diagram. It is a slender pointed projection below the ear. It serves an anchor point for muscles and ligament of tongue, pharynx, and hyoid bone. Now let's talk about key foramina of temporal bone. It has external acoustic meatus that is entrance to the ear canal. It has internal acoustic meatus that allow passage of cranial nerve number 7 and 8. It has stylomastoid foramen that exists of the facial nerve after traversing the bones. It has carotid canal that is a passageway for the internal carotid artery into the cranial cavity. It has jugular foramen that share with the occipital bone, transmit internal jugular vein and cranial nerve number 9, 10 and 11. Now let's talk about articulations of temporal bone. Each temporal bone connects with parietal bone through squamous suture, occipital bone through occipitomastoid suture, sphenoid bone and zygomatic bone, and mandible at the temporomandibular joint. So these are the articulations of temporal bone. Now let's talk about functional significance of temporal bone. First is hearing and balance. As temporal bone houses the middle and inner ear structure, it helps in hearing and balance. Second is facial expression. As temporal bone is a pathway for facial nerve, that's how it helps in facial expression. Third is speech and chewing. As TMJ function and muscle attachment is important for speech and chewing. Next is protection, as strong petrous part protect delicate sensory organ that is present in temporal bone. Now let's talk about clinical significance of temporal bone. First is temporal bone fracture. It can affect hearing, balance, and facial movement. Second is mastoiditis, that is infection of mastoid ear cells, especially in children. Third is TMJ disorders, that is caused by misalignment or inflammation where the mandible meets the temporal bone. Now let's talk about the conclusion of lecture video. Temporal bone is not just about supporting your headphones. It's a complex and vital hub for sensory, motor, and structural functions. Where its maze of canal and cavities, it helps some of your most crucial faculties in its bony embrace. And this was all about all temporal bone. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.